No.
Perfect. So welcome everybody to our Tuesday opportunity call with our team. We're really excited to have everybody here. My name is Dani Lozano, and I'm going to be co-hosting with Don Cermak. And so I'm really excited just to bring to you a little bit about my story and my product experience. And then I'm going to go into some of the details about a couple of our really awesome products that I personally love, some of the cornerstones of Isagenix. There's so many great options, but we won't be covering all of them tonight. We're just going to be covering some of the core products that we really want to make sure that you know about. And then I'm going to turn it over to Dawn, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about the financial solution and the amazing opportunity that's behind the business of Isagenix. So we're going to make sure we really value your time and kind of move along as we go. If you have any questions, I'm here. You can also put them in the chat, and you can also always follow up with the person that invited you. But I'm going to get underway. So right off the bat, we just always want to make sure that we are acting with the utmost integrity. It's really important to us as Isagenix associates, and it's really important to Isagenix as well. And so you can kind of look through there, but the cornerstone and the one that I always like to make sure that we emphasize is that we are in no way saying that we cure, prevent, or treat disease. We're just talking about how well we can nourish the body, what has been scientifically proven, and I'll talk a little bit about how I feel, and you can hear some of those success stories as well. But that's just really critical to us, that we want to make sure that we're not putting any false claims out there. So as I mentioned, you have two hosts tonight. You've got the one and only Don Cermak, who is one of the amazing leaders of our team. You can see there she's an 8-star Golden Circle. And that might not mean a lot to you if you're not in the Isagenix world, but I think an Isagenix millionaire might be something we all understand. And she is millionaire number 205, and just beyond blessed to get to mentor under her and her sister, who is also an Isagenix millionaire, and two of the three that we have on our team now. So it's just really exciting to see this really come to life with people that we get to know so well. And then me on the side there, I am a 1-star Silver Circle director with Isagenix, and my millionaire number is still to be determined, but it is inevitable just to be determined. So soon to fill in the blanks. A little bit about me on the left. So just to give you a little bit of my life before, I always like to level set and really put myself back into that place, because I've now been on my Isagenix journey for 3 years, and sometimes it's so good that I forget what it felt like before I had this amazing system into my life. And so I put these pictures up not to just brag. I mean, I'm going to brag a little bit. I can't help myself, but I really like to just put myself back into those shoes, because for a while there, I thought this was what life was like. So on the left, some pictures of me there. Before I had kids, considered myself pretty healthy, pretty fit. I thought I ate well. And really looking back on it, what I did is I was a slave to the gym, which there's nothing wrong with going to the gym and working out when you enjoy it. But the things I did, I didn't love. It was really hard for me to get there, but I did it because I didn't want to be heavy, and I thought it was the right thing to do. I also tracked everything that I ate in like a little calorie journal that eventually got to be a program on my phone. And I was so meticulous about counting every calorie I put in my body that I had a food scale, and I would literally weigh everything. One of the stories I share with a lot of people is a best friend of mine was coming over, and I was weighing a bunch of asparagus. And she asked what I was doing, and I told her I had to be able to track it. And she's like, it's asparagus. Like, just eat it. It doesn't, who cares how many calories is it? It's good for you. But I couldn't. Mentally, I was in a place where I was so concerned about that calorie deficit. I had to track everything and kill myself at the gym. And at the end of the day, I liked the way I looked, but I was too tired to enjoy it. I was frustrated, I was exhausted, and I was in a really unhealthy place in my relationship with food. Then I had my kids. You see one of them here in a couple different pictures. That's my youngest and my daughter, Juliana, who does happen to be standing right beside me in case you hear her. Thanks, Julie. And I had my son, Anthony. So by the time I had gotten into, thanks, Julie. By the time I had gotten into my Isagenix journey, my son was 3 about, and my daughter was about 1.5. In fact, this is a cruise that we went on. The 2 pictures you see on the left of me holding her, right before I said yes to Isagenix. And I remember just feeling miserable. I didn't want to be in a swimsuit. I was exhausted. I had a hard time keeping up with my kids. I didn't want to go down the water slides, like just things I just never imagined myself as a person feeling. And I was getting to a place where that was just how life was for me as a mom. And I was starting to resent my kids for it. And I knew that that was not a healthy place to be, but the old methods that I used to use no longer worked. And so that's when my friend Diana posted some pictures of herself in a real cute black bikini, and she had lost a bunch of weight, and she was talking about this thing that she had done. And I said, sign me up. I don't even care what it is. I don't want to know how it works. I just want to try it. And really for me, it was a last ditch effort to try everything else and then just write it off for this is what life should be. Within 6 months, I had lost 45 pounds, and I, more than the weight loss, couldn't believe how good I felt. So one of my favorite pictures that you can see on the slide here is that shirt that I was wearing on the cruise. It says, all things are possible for those who believe. It's one of my favorite verses. And I still wear it all the time today. And I just love the comparison of my life before and after wearing that same shirt with that incredible quote on it. And it's not just about the weight loss, which by all means I was excited about, but you can just see it in my face. Like, life has not gotten easier, I promise, but it's gotten so much better with this amazing system that I've just fallen in love with. So that gives you a little bit about my journey and where I was. Now, fast forward to a couple years later, I've taken it to another level. I've started kickboxing. So for the last 12 months, I've been kickboxing, which is what you see there. And I've really been able to develop some muscle with our AMP line. So it's just been a really, really awesome experience. And I wanted to spend that time to tell you about my before story so you could understand where I am now. It always makes me so happy when people tell me that I look like an athlete. And still, after all this time, it blows my mind because I'm still not there yet where I feel like an athlete, even though I guess maybe I am, but it's just crazy what the system is capable of with a few simple adjustments to my normal lifestyle and a routine that I couldn't imagine giving up. So let me tell you a little bit more about the system and the product. So first of all, just a couple of stats so that we're all on the same page. Over 71% of adults in North America are considered at least overweight. So if you're in that boat, just know that you're not alone. Not only is it hard for us in today's world with the convenience and everything that we have and the processed foods, but it's harder and harder and harder to get the right nourishment in your body, and that all works against us. We also see the fitness industry is worth more than $83 billion from gyms alone. So a lot of people out there looking for a solution and committed to making a healthier decision for themselves. They understand what's out there and the value of it.
I'm going to interrupt you for 1 minute, Dani. Yeah. Those blue lines that are on the screen, somebody that's on the call created them somehow on your touch screen or your iPad or whatever you're doing. Somebody else, it's not us, it's not me and Dani, somebody else created that. So this happened on the call last week and he was able to erase it. So if anybody knows that they like swipe their screen or maybe you can erase it. And if not, we'll just keep going.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if I have any. I can erase. Oh, look at that. I can erase it. Okay.
Perfect.
Right. Perfect. Okay. So I don't know if I can turn it off, but I can definitely erase it. And now let me get out of this. Okay. Perfect. Thanks for stopping me. I didn't even see those. Okay. So global anti-aging market. This is a huge, huge market. Always has been, continues to grow, $331 billion by 2021, which is scary because that's like next year. Oh, we have more. Oh, and now they're gone. Okay, whatever. So imagine a business that brings all of these trends together, right? The need to be healthy, the solution, and the anti-aging. And that's really what the magic is behind Isagenix. So I love our mission statement. I'm going to take a minute to read it because I just think it is so great to understand what the company is marching towards and what us as distributors, associates, customers all stand behind. So to impact the world, to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain. And in the process, create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. And I just think that that is such an amazing mission statement. Like I said, so many of us struggle from physical and financial pain, and to have a company that understands that and wants to look to solve for both is incredible. We have solutions across the board. We talked personally, I told you my weight loss story. That's why I started. I'm not going to try to make anything up. I wanted to look better. I wanted to feel better in my clothes. It was important to me. And so that's why I started. That journey has taken me through some of these other pillars. Performance, I tapped on a little bit. Vitality and well-being, absolutely. Personal care and beauty, for sure. And then most recently, the financial wellness solution. So definitely, it's interesting to see. I think a lot of us sometimes start with one or two, and you end up branching into a lot of the different solutions. Some of our key pillar products. So Cleanse for Life. We do have a intermittent fasting protocol that we really stand behind. There's a couple different ways to use Cleanse for Life. If you are interested in intermittent fasting, that is one of them. There are a couple other ways. But what we do know is that our bodies carry so much toxins right now from our water, our food, the things we put on our skin, the air that we breathe, and we don't do a lot to get those toxins out of our system. They're hard to budge, and what happens is they build up, they get stuck in your fat cells. And so Cleanse for Life has a couple of botanicals and all natural ingredients that really help flush those toxins out and just help our bodies perform the way they're supposed to, and a part of that includes the ability to burn fat. Our key product, the one that I'm sure you've heard about if somebody invited you to this call tonight, is the Isagenix Shake. This is a full meal replacement. It has all the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients your body needs to thrive, and is little calories, and very little calories. So we don't talk a lot about counting calories with Isagenix. We talk about making calories count. It's one of the things that really drew me to the system. And these shakes are amazing. People always talk about how filling they are, how delicious they are. We have tons of flavors. In fact, we just made birthday cake a permanent addition to the line, which everybody's very excited about. Even my kids drink it, but there's more on that later. But that is a key staple to our program, is replacing 1 to 2 meals a day with one of our shakes. Ionic Supreme, which I feel like I've already said this, but if I didn't mean it then. I really mean it now. This is my favorite product of all the products. For me, being a new mom when I started the system, this is what I called the mom fog lifter. And if you have kids or you know anything about mom fog, it is real. And I thought it was permanent until I found Ionic Supreme. There's a lot of different things in there that are called adaptogens that help our bodies adapt to stress. And that allows us for better mental clarity, better focus, and a whole slew of other benefits. But this is the one thing that I will never leave my home without my Ionic Supreme. We also have a whole line of multivitamins for your additional nutritional support to make sure we're taking care of the entire body. And then one of the other stars in our lineup is our Isagenesis, which is it's DNA support to help with the aging process. No, give me 1 second. Okay, thank you. And so that is the kind of the key pillars of Isagenix. So one of the other things we like to level set on is today's reality. So when we talk about our kids, and you guys know now from about me talking through this, that there is so much emphasis for me on making sure that my kids are healthy and that they're also cared for and getting nutritionally what they need. And that is something Isagenix really focuses on, and recently has done a great job including new products in our lineup that is kid-focused specific. So different things for them, making sure that they get what they need for their growth and development, and that they have their highest quality of nutrition. And that's our IsaKid smoothies. So perfect for any time. It gives them the fruits, the veggies that they need, the iron. My kids love it. My daughter did a video the other day for a group that I am leading with some other coaches, teaching everybody how to make the shakes. And when I asked her what her favorite part was of the cookie crumble one, she said, The Oreos, duh. And I didn't tell her they aren't real Oreos. So that's why we love that. Couple of other statistics here. And again, when I read these, I think, oh my gosh, this can't be possible. But then I think of myself and I'm like, oh yeah, it's possible. So can you imagine the typical person will spend more than half their day sitting? The normal office worker sits 15 hours every single day when they are at their office, 15 hours a day. So we want to make sure that we're getting the most out of the daily activity that we do get. You know, we can't always spend hours in the gym. My dedicated time is my kickboxing. It's an hour class. I try to go 4 times a week. And you better believe that before, after, and during that class, I am fueling my body with everything that it needs to get the most out of that workout. My favorite product in the AMP line, which is what we call our performance products, is the AMP Nitro. It is, I don't even know if I see it on the slide here, but it is, I call it jet fuel. So I take it right before my workout. I take it about 15, 20 minutes before. I typically take it with an e-shot. That's just me. And I zoom through that workout. The best part about it for me, I told you guys before that I was a bit of a gym rat, whatever, before my Isagenix journey, before I had kids, right? So I spent 2 hours in the gym 6 days a week, did all the things. I never had any definition in my abs. And after carrying 2 kids and drinking more beer than I care to admit, I can actually see my ab muscles. You guys saw the picture. And I give all of the credit to that to AMP Nitro, or to the AMP line, to Nitro, to Repair. It just, the Knox, the whole thing, encouraged by a couple of the guys on our squad who just loved AMP and are, you know, showing muscle all over the place. I thought I could do that too. And so last year I really got into the AMP line and I've been blown away by the results. There's definition that I didn't think was possible for my body. Couple other things. Let's talk about stress. So 3 out of 4 Americans report experiencing at least one stress symptom in the last month. Stress, lack of interest, motivation, feeling anxious or nervous. Stress is real, and the impacts of it for us as people and on our bodies is tremendous. And if we're not doing things to help reduce that stress, we're setting ourselves up for a lot of trouble as we age and not enjoying the quality of life that we could now. And so it's important that we're taking care of ourselves and that we're doing things, we're putting the right nutrients in our body to help with that stress reduction. 55% of adults reported experiencing stress a lot of the day, right? So many of us, you know, statistically speaking, half of us on this call are experiencing stress a lot of the day. Chronic stress has been associated with numerous negative outcomes that affect your brain, nervous system, sleep patterns, cardiovascular health, and weight. It is a proven fact that when we are under stress, our body holds on to fat. That is a survival instinct that we have. And if we can't break away that stress, a lot of us are doing the right things, but we're not being able to lose that weight. And that's one of the reasons why we love Ionic Supreme. So I talked about it before, but it is all natural. It helps our body detach some of that. You know, you're going to have stress. That's just life. We're not telling you that we're going to take away all your stress because that's impossible. And if we could do that, our products would be a lot more expensive. What we can do though is help your body through the right nutrients adapt to that stress and make it more manageable and less of the impacts that it have on your body, so you can have a more fulfilling life and you can better focus and think through those stressful experiences that you have. These are some of our teammates' results. So Isagenix has an amazing program. It's included in your membership. It's called the IsaBody Challenge. I am a huge fan. We actually have 3 honorable mentions on our team alone, which is just amazing accomplishment. And what it is it's a 16-week challenge. You start off by submitting some before pictures. Only you and the judges have to see them if that's what you want. I know everybody gets nervous, but trust me, when you go through your evolution, these people are very excited that they posted their before pictures, that they had their before pictures to compare. You do Isagenix for 16 weeks. Then you post some after pictures. You also write a short essay about how you're feeling, and you submit it. just for doing that. Remember, there's no cost involved. This is included in your membership. Just for doing that, you get a t-shirt, a certificate, and a $200 product coupon to buy whatever you want in the Isagenix back office. So there's a whole bunch of things. I actually invested in some essential oils with my last coupon because I thought that would be kind of cool to try. So it's a really fun way to keep motivated, stay accountable, and it's a great way that the company is saying thank you for continuing on your journey. And so it is included. And if you're on this call right now and you're already an Isagenix customer, you better be involved in an IsaBody challenge, because you can do them back to back. You can do them as soon as you end one, you can start the next. So it is really a great incentive. And one of the key ways that Isagenix reminds us that we are part of an amazing community of people that just want to make healthy scientific research, and we have plenty of it. So Isagenix makes no secret about the fact that they submit for third-party independent testing all over the place, and they put our products to the test. There's not a lot of companies out there that do that. So if you're shopping around, that would be one thing I would want to know, is where's the third-party independent research? Ours very clearly shows that 56% of our test group, when compared to a normal heart healthy diet, 56% of those people lost more weight. 47% had more fat loss, and twice as much visceral fat loss. And for those of you that aren't familiar with that, that's the killer fat, that literally the fat that will kill you, that clings to your organs. Even some of the skinniest people can have that visceral fat clinging to their organs if they're not doing the right things to help their body burn that. And it's the dangerous one that we really want to target. Our program attacks that. So it's a really, really, scientifically backed, and so you can't really go wrong with that. So I talked to you about some of the pillars there. We talked about weight loss, performance, vitality and energy, healthy aging. I told you all of my stories within each of those pillars, but now I want to share what's currently my favorite solution with Isagenix, and that's the financial one. So I recently have decided that I really wanted to take this solution to the max, just like I have done every other one. And it was funny. I was sitting I didn't really share this before, but I come from an 18-year corporate career. I was a vice president for the last company that I left in a financial sector. And I loved what I did. I loved parts of what I did. And there were other parts of it that I really didn't care for. And naively, I always kind of thought that eventually I'd climb the corporate ladder high enough and I would be paid the right amount of money and I would just be able to live my life. Like, I don't know. That's just how I envisioned it. And as I kept climbing that ladder, I realized that, yeah, the money kept coming, but so did the responsibility, the stress, the expectations, the people to manage, and in most cases, the people to babysit. And so the exchange for my time for that money that I was getting paid really got to a point where it was no longer worth it. And I realized to myself that if I was going to put 60, 70 hours a week climbing a ladder that's leaning against somebody else's dream, I'd rather pick that ladder up and go lean it against my own dream. And that's why I really dove into the Isagenix financial solution. And this quote was something that I read as I was kind of making the decision on what I wanted to do. And it's all about discovering why you want a better life, believing that you deserve it, and taking consistent actions to pursue your dreams. It's a choice. And so I made the choice to pursue this full time. We have a lot of team members who do it part time and make a great side hustle out of it. So, and then we have some people who just like to eat for free. So we have a lot of different components when it comes to the financial solution. But on the left side of the slide here, I just kind of wanted to call out a couple things that I just love. One is the ability to get to speak at events. That's something that is near and dear to my heart. And this company has given me the opportunity to do that. And I am very young in my business building with Isagenix. I've been a customer for 3 years, but I've only been doing the business now for about a year. And I rose my hand pretty early on and said, I really like to speak in public. And I was tapped on the shoulder pretty quick. And I just think that's amazing that, you can speak up and be valued for what you bring to the table. Underneath that is the picture of my home office. So in the summertime, I was meeting with some friends. I told you I like to drink beer, so there's my beer in the picture. But my e-shots, my Isagenix cup, I was showing some numbers to some people, but that's what I do. That's my life now. It sure beats a call center office. I gotta tell you, it's amazing. And then on the other side of the slide, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that my favorite part of this journey, even my own, even including my own transformation and everything I've shared and everything it's been able to give to me, my absolute favorite part of this journey is what I've been able to give back. And so in the top picture, and I'm going to call these people out by name, even though I know we're probably short on time, but it's worth it to me. So on the top is Mindy Long. She's somebody who trusted me to start being her coach in February. And after losing, I believe she's at 35 pounds, but we stopped counting because the scale no longer became relevant. She started training for a 5K, which she never thought she would do. And tomorrow she runs a 5K on her Disney vacation. And this picture here with her in the heart is me and her. We had to go to the mall because it was raining outside, but we ran the 5K together the day before her vacation. And it was just an awesome moment for me to get to see her do that and help her train for that 5K that she just had on that vision board as something that she wanted to do. The picture in the middle is Denise Parks. She's somebody that I've been coaching all year long, an amazing woman who I have never, ever met. And we've become so incredibly close. And so I get to celebrate her journey through pictures like this, where she's holding up, I want to say size 20, size 22 pants. I don't remember for sure, but I know now that she's knocking on 12's door, and we're just like so thrilled, and it's been less than a year. And then the bottom picture is probably my favorite. Mindy and Denise would not mind saying that this is my favorite. That is my mom, who is 65 years old, breast cancer survivor, and wasn't sure if she was ever going to be able to lose the weight. The picture of her before was in April, and when I took it, she didn't even want to see the picture. She didn't want to acknowledge that she was there. And when she came back to visit me in July, we took her after, and the first time she saw that before picture was when those two were side by side like that. And she said she's never giving Isagenix up. And so that to me is the best part of the financial solution, is being encouraged, inspired, and motivated to reach out to people. Some I know, some I never knew, but to get to change their lives. And that just sets my soul on fire. So I wanted to share. But with that, I want to turn it over to Dawn to really dive into the details of the financial solution for you.
Well, hey, everybody. So glad that you came to the call tonight. Thanks for taking the time. We know your time is valuable because our time is valuable too. Everybody's really busy. And so I'm glad that you made it. And I know, just listening to Dani, I was inspired. I know you're getting great information. And so I started with Isagenix 13 years ago. Kind of the same as Dani. I'm like, you don't even, if you tell me that it works, like you're telling me that it works, I don't care how, I don't care what's in it. I don't care how you do it. I don't even care how much it costs. Send me two. And that's how I got started. And then people saw my results. I mean, I had no interest in doing network marketing, zero interest. I've been an entrepreneur for 30 years. I'm completely unhireable at this point. I'm completely boss phobic. But I ran companies. I ran a special event company, and I, actually did a merger and acquisition and had to combine two companies together. And so that was my world, very much kind of corporate orientation. And then along comes that, and I actually sold my company because while it was great and I was really successful and I was making good money, really making really good, my company was very profitable, I never saw my kids. Like I was working, like I would come home, and I had littles. My kids were little when I was first doing the company. I would come home, I would feed them dinner, we would do their homework, I would tuck them in, and then I would go back to work again. I would work from like 10 to 2 in the morning and come home and sleep a few hours and get up and get them on the bus and do it all over again. And then in December, I worked for an event company. We did special events. So we did everyone else's Christmas parties. And again, I was never home. I wasn't home for all of December. Like my kids, we didn't bake Christmas cookies. That's not a tradition we have because I wasn't there. You know, the tree went up like 2 days before Christmas. So it was great that I was successful, but what did it matter? I mean, because what did it matter if I wasn't spending any time with my kids? And so I sold the company, and my sister turned to me and said, we are going to get healthy and get in shape and lose weight. And I said, right. And she said, right, go figure out how we're going to do it. So we found Isagenix and we did it, and people noticed our results. And they said, I want to do what you're doing. Oh my God, your skin looks amazing. That's what I got a lot of comments about. My skin looked amazing. And I have somebody, one of my new team members in Spain, she said a lot of people are commenting on the same thing. Oh my God, your skin looks amazing. And so she's had 2 people sign up just because her skin looked amazing. And so it just started to happen. Like people were noticing. I said, oh, it's an amazing system. I'll help you. And, you know, they got on board. And so now, 13 years later, right? And I didn't start building the business right away. I really didn't. But 13 years later, what this opportunity has afforded me is, you know, first of all, to be able to be at the bus stop every day. So I went from never there to being able to be at the bus stop every day, being able to be at all of my kids' sporting activities, to be able to run stuff over to the school when she forgets it. I only have one left home now. You can see the picture on the left is my family. And that's us in the Dominican Republic. And the one that's seated with the braids, that's my little one that's still at home. Everybody else is off in the world doing their thing. And what I love most about this opportunity is it has given me the freedom to travel the world with my family. So that's us in the Dominican. Up above is me with one of my closest friends in Barcelona. She actually lives in Barcelona. And Maisie and I lived there in 2014. We picked up and moved to Barcelona because we could, because I can work from anywhere in the world. And down below, that's me and my mama. We're going parasailing in Cancun. That was just last year. And so for me, it's about time freedom. It's about having the money to have these amazing adventures and travel in the world with my family. Dani, next slide. So the need for money in this country. The gig economy makes up about 34% of the workforce in the US, and it's expected to be 43% by 2020. And the gig economy, that's Uber, that's Airbnb, that's people that are selling on Amazon, that's, you know, it's everybody that's now creating these new side hustles. And it's widespread. And unfortunately, it's necessary, because there's a lot of people who work their full-time jobs and have the side gig because they need the extra to make ends meet or to combat the debt that they're in, right? So total amount paid to giggers throughout the globe in 2018, 3.7 trillion. And at Isagenix, there is no cap on earning potential. So at Isagenix, you can pick up that side gig and you're not going to be paid by the hour, and you're not going to be limited by what you can earn. Your earning potential is absolutely unlimited. So the impact of debt. I don't know if anybody in this call is in debt right now. The majority of Americans are, right? 78% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. Most people have more month than money, right? So they're out of money before they're out of month. And the situation is, the statistics that I've heard is that an extra $500 a month could save 50% of marriages, because a lot of marriages that end are due to financial stress and arguments over finances, right? It could save 88% of foreclosures. And an extra $500 a month could actually pay off 57% of the Americans' debt. So 50% of people, 57% of Americans, if they had an extra $500 a month, they could actually pay off their debt. So what if you could get paid for something, for sharing something that you already love? Just for sharing. Just like you share a restaurant that you found that you really like, or a book that you've read that you loved and you tell all your friends about, or a movie that you just saw. It just happened to be when I was on the plane coming back from a trip over to train my team in Spain. I saw this movie, which I hadn't caught before, and I posted it and I said, hey, does anybody, and everyone's like, oh yeah, that was an amazing movie. Oh, it really isn't that good. I got to watch it. Okay. Like, we share things that we love all of the time. And this is the exact same thing. It's just sharing something, not only that you love, but something that people are actually searching for. A solution. These are solutions that people are actually searching for. I guarantee you there are people in your life that are looking for the solutions that we're talking about tonight. So why Isagenix? Why Isagenix as far as the income opportunity? So there's over 300 people who have earned it more than $1 million. 2 of them are on the call tonight. I am millionaire number 205. My sister's millionaire number 271. A gal on our team was millionaire number 303. And I don't even know where we are. Do you know where we are? Like 309, 310. I've lost track of. They're coming out like every week we have a new millionaire. It's like they're hot and heavy. And so a company that's created over 300 millionaires. We've been growing for 17 years, earned over $7 billion. Millions of lives impacted in the 16 countries that we operate in. And some of those countries I'm really excited about. We just recently opened, we opened in 2017, we opened in the UK, and in 2018 we opened in Spain. And I now have a team growing in Spain. So I actually have not only, it's always been my dream to have an international business, and it's always been my dream to have a reason to travel, like travel with a purpose, right? So now I have that reason, and all of my travel is a business expense. So how great is that? So basically that means every single airplane ticket I buy is coming at a 35-40% discount, which I think is pretty awesome. So I'm writing off all my travel, I'm doing what I love, and I'm helping people in other countries that I know and love. So with Isagenix, you can get paid daily, you can get paid weekly, and you can get paid monthly. It is like Monday is our favorite day, right? Everybody, Monday's payday for us, because Monday you get this little email and it says, oh, hey, you've made this much money and it's just been downloaded into your account. And you're like, hey, right on, we'll take it. So next. So this is the comp plan. This is the way it works. This is how simple this business model is. You share, just like you share your favorite restaurant, your favorite book, your favorite movie, you share these solutions with people. You share it with them, and then you teach them how to share it with other people. We call it you share, they share, repeat. So 2 steps to earn, there's 2 steps. Those 2 steps to earn up to $700 in the next 30 days. So basically the way that it works is this. And this is right now, and actually this is a special promotion that's running right now. So after January 26th, that 150 number that I'm going to show you, you can see it right there where it says under share 2 weight loss basic packs, and then it says Crystal Consultant Bonus 150. That's going to drop back down again. So right now we have an incredible promotion running that we've all been taking full advantage of, and it's called Crystal Consultant Bonus. So right now it's very easy to make $700 in 30 days. Right? So basically you share with 2 people the same pack you came in with. Let's say you came in with, a lot of people come in with the 30-day basic pack. A lot more people actually come in with the premium pack or the value pack. The 30-day pack is just like the bare bones. It'll get the job done, but it's a lot more fun to get it done with the premium pack, because that's where you get the ice of goodies. You get the chocolates, and you get the bars, and you get a free blender, and you get the savory whey thins, you get the e-shots, you get a lot more products that'll help you stay on track. So you share with 2 people. And when you share with those 2 people, if they sign up, let's say they just come in with the basic bare bones pack, and if that happens in the same week, you're gonna make $100. Just from sharing with those 2 people. And because you shared with 2 people, you're also going to make the $150 Crystal Consultant Bonus. So now you've made $250 just by sharing with 2 people, something that's worked for you. And then when those 2 people, so then you show them, they get their results, they start getting their results. By day 5, they know. By day 5, I guarantee you, if you haven't done this system already, by day 5, you wake up, you're like, oh my God, my life is never going to be the same. Hallelujah. I've got my life back. By day 5, you know, and you can share with 2 people. So when you've turned around and you've shared when your person that you've gotten started has turned around and shared with 2 people, for the person number 1 that shares with 2 people, you're going to make $100. It's called the new consultant bonus. So when 2 of your people share with 2 people, you're going to make 2 $100 new consultant bonuses. And as long as you actually have a little bit more time to do it, but this is earning $700 in 30 days, you're actually going to make the Crystal Manager bonus, which is $250. So that's $700. And the best part is, this is just, you're also going to, there's other money in there, and we call it the rewards points program. So for every single person that you bring on board and every single person that they bring on board, you're going to get points for everything that they order. And those points actually convert into cash as well. But this is just with the bonuses, like straight up the bonuses that you get. So that's pretty amazing. So I'm telling you, $500 a month could change somebody's life. $700 in 1 month. Right now, who could pay off Christmas with that $700? Like, how many of you put Christmas on a credit card in December, knowing that in January, you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that person didn't really deserve that gift. What was I thinking? Right? Who put Christmas on a credit card and now you're dealing with the stress of the debt? That $700 could knock it off right like that. What else could you do with that $700? $700 is a car payment. I mean, $700 is a nice getaway weekend. For some people, $700 is a pair of Jimmy Choo shoes. That would not be my choice, but like, think about it. Like, what $700 for sharing something that worked for you. So that was the starting point. You plus 2, right? You plus 2 and then plus 2. You can build a residual income. That's what I've done. That's what my sister's done. We wake up every single morning and we go to the computer and we say, oh, let me look and see how much money I made while I was sleeping. The top earner in the company, Jimmy Smith, he's the top all-time earner. I think he's 92 years old now. He was a butcher. He became the most successful man in this company. He and his family, I think, have earned like $49 million. But he's been known to say, I get paid to snore, right? So we get paid while we sleep. And the way that works is you build 2, Robin just said, making money while you sleep is the best. No kidding, right? I mean, to wake up in the morning and go, oh, right on. I made $500 last night. That's awesome. How would that feel? So you build 2 sales teams. You have a right leg and a left leg. And I'm not going to get super technical, but you get paid on everybody's reorders, like forever. Not just for the first 30 days, the first year, or like some companies, your royalties are limited. You get paid forever. And you get paid to infinity levels. And for those of you who have ever been in any other company, that's unheard of. Most companies like ours will pay 4 levels, 5 levels, maybe 6 levels. We get paid to infinity levels. I have people that are like 19, 20, 22 levels down. I get paid. I have over 23,000 people on my team, and I get paid on all of everything that they purchase. And so, no, it's good. I'm good. So if not now, then when? We're at the beginning of a new decade. You have an opportunity right now to make a decision and make a choice and change your financial blueprint. If not now, when? You have an opportunity right now to take control of your debt. If not now, when? You have an opportunity right now to take control of your health, like Dani did. If not now, then when? So, which pack fits your lifestyle? We have solutions for everything. Dani went over them. We have solutions for weight loss. We have solutions for performance. We have solutions for energy. We have solutions for healthy aging. And I just told you our financial solution, which is also pretty sweet. These are all different packs. You can see that you know, $20 a day, $13 a day, $9 a day. Think about if you went out to lunch today, what did you spend for lunch? Because these systems replace all but your one main meal of the day. So if whatever you ate for lunch, I guarantee you this system, these shakes, the shakes are $3, come out to $3 a meal. This is the most cost-effective, time-efficient way to put good nutrition in your body, period. So which of these packs fits your lifestyle? Or is it one of the performance packs? So take a look. You want to get on the phone with the person who brought you to this call and talk about which pack option fits you the best. They can help you decide. They will know the products. They will know the right questions to ask, and they will come up with a plan that fits your weight loss and wellness needs, your lifestyle, your challenges, your schedule. Like, we customize the plan for you. Thanks everybody for joining. I hope that you learned something. I hope you saw something here that interested you. And I have some names in, this is my favorite part. Are you ready? Let me make sure my noise is on so you can hear, hopefully you'll hear the wheel spin. So I have put everybody's names that is a guest on the call tonight in our magic wheel. Do I have a picture, Dani, of the Bea and I don't think I do have a picture of the Bea and the Isa Delights. So the first prize that I'm going to give away, I'm going to spin the wheel. The first prize we're giving away is our Bea. It's brand new. It's an energy drink. Dani talked about the e-shots. E-shots are great. You take a little shot and you go and take it. I use them before my workout. I use them when I'm driving and having trouble staying awake. I use them when I'm in a presentation having trouble staying awake. Robin will tell you, I can sleep anywhere. I should take one before church or anywhere, literally. Not good. But with e-shots, it's better. So the Bea is a new energy drink. It has the adaptogens that Dani was talking about to combat stress, and it's like very Bellini, right? And it's kind of more like a healthy Monster or Rockstar. It's kind of along those lines, where the e-shot is more like the 5-hour energy, right? Excuse me. And I'm not going to sneeze after all. So the Bea, the first person I spin for is going to get a case of Bea, and I'm going to do that right now, and then I'm going to tell you about the next prize. So can you hear it?
Oh yeah.
And everybody's names are in there. What does it say?
It looks like Gary.
Gary Poremski. Gary won the case of Bea. Congratulations. And I know that Adam, make sure that I get Gary's information so I can get the case of Bea shipped to him. Very excited. Congratulations. And next, we are going to spin the wheel for Isa Delights. I should have a picture, Dani. Maybe we could add those for the next call. Isa Delights. You know, it's funny. Everybody talks about the e-shots or their favorite product, or the Ionics, their favorite product. I'm right on. Totally agree. But I'm telling you, those Isa Delights day in, day out, especially on cleanse days, they are the bomb. I travel with them. I bring them to all of our conferences because, like, when you're sitting there all day, you know, just a little bit of chocolate. They're healthy chocolate. They have just enough sugar in them to pass the blood-brain barrier. It's important. Look it up. It's a thing. And they give you just that little boost. And they completely satisfy any sweet craving that you have. So I think they're like 40 calories. Again, we're not big calorie counters, but they're just like, I have been known to sit and eat a whole bag of peanut M&Ms.
Me too.
No, and I'm not talking about the little, I'm not even talking about the king size. I'm like maybe the share size and maybe the bigger size. Like, because I can just keep eating them, popping them, like, but the Isa Delights, you really, like, the maximum you could even possibly eat would be 2. And you're done. You're full. You don't want any more. So they really satiate that need that you have for sweets. And they're just like the perfect little snack in the middle of your day. We have 5 flavors: milk chocolate, dark chocolate mint, sea salt and caramel, and my absolute new favorite, chocolate peanut butter cup. So I'm going to spin the wheel, And there's 2 gals on this wheel. There's Deb and Stacy are the 2 names left on the wheel. So already be thinking of your flavor. Gals, are you ready?
And yes, this is me this time drawing on the screen. I decided to join in the fun.
You can't talk or they were not going to see the wheel.
Deb.
Got it. And Deb was invited to the call by Clark Cook. So Deb, if you could, I don't know if you're friends with Adam or if you could send your information to Clark, or you can find me on Facebook, Dawn Cermak, if you find me on Facebook, and just send me your address and send me which flavor you would like, if you'd like to hear. Patrick just said me too. I'm not sure why there is a resealable top on the family. What is that? Okay, thanks, Adam. Perfect. So congratulations, you 2 winners. This was super fun. Glad that you joined the call tonight. Hope that you got value from it. We'd love to hear your feedback. If there's something we could do to make the call more informative, not sure what it could be, but always open to feedback. Thanks, everybody, and hope to see you next week.
Have a great night.
Thanks.
So, right?